Welcome to this tutorial on how to write custom reports for Qonda Reports. Writing reports is an admin function, so you do need to be an administrator to write your own reports. Once you're logged in, go to the Environments page, and at the bottom of the Environments list there will be the Admin Interface button. If we press that button, we'll get the administration interface displayed. And there are two tools that are of interest. One is the query tool and one is the report tool. The query tool allows us to run basic queries against all of the tables that are in the database. So for example, if we wanted to look at portal items, we can pick the portal item table from the list and run a report. And run a query. This will give us all of the information that is stored in the table. So this gives us an easy way to see what columns are available, what tables are available in the list, and just to note that there is a lot more information in the tables than is actually presented in the user interface. So once we know what table we're interested in and what fields we're interested in, we can go back to the report tool. So the report tool opens up. We have the ability to create a new report, or we can look at existing reports. So if we open up an existing report, such as the portal items with a low score, you'll see it loads the SQL statement. So you can see we're selecting from the portal item table, and we're looking for items with a score completeness of less than 50. You'll notice here that there is a placeholder with the words portal in square brackets. This is basically a placeholder that will substitute the environment that the user selects from the pick list when they're running the report. But one thing you will notice is that if we test this query, it will actually pick a portal at random when we run this. So if we test the query, you'll notice that the results will actually change because it's selecting a random ID in the background. So don't worry if your results change between running the test. Okay, so we're going to write our own report. So we're going to go to a new report. We want to look for portal items. We want the latest items. So the tables contain the previous data and the latest data. So we want the latest data. We, in this case, are going to limit the list to a specific environment. So we say we're environment ID equals, and then we put in that placeholder for the portal. Square brackets, not curly brackets, and then we can run this and it will give us a list of results. So there are two placeholders at the moment. One is portal and one is server. So server, obviously your ArcGIS servers. If we test this query, we're not going to get any results because the substitution for this would be substituting an environment ID that is an ArcGIS server, and obviously there are no portal items associated with a server. So we need to change that back to portal test query. Okay, so we are interested in title and spatial reference. So we can run that query and we get our title and our spatial reference. So we can see there's a bunch of different spatial references in there. We want to get rid of the ones that are on null. So we'll say and spatial reference is not null, and we can test that and we get a list of all of the portal items that have a spatial reference which is not null. Okay, so once we've done that, we can then get this ready to publish to the system. So all we need to do is actually save the report. You do need to supply a name up here. So we'll say portal items with spatial reference Okay, and we can press save. Alright, so we'll now see that our report is here. So if we go back and exit and we go to our tools menu, we'll now see that our report will be listed here, and you can see that we have two portals here, and this is the environment ID that will be substituted for that placeholder. So if we choose the portal, we can run that query and that will give us those results. We can change it to ArcGIS Online and it will give us a different result. So this drop down is facilitated by that placeholder. If we switch to a report for a server, you'll notice that we get a list of servers. If there is no placeholder, you will actually see that there won't be a drop down. So for example, let's see, what's a good one? Portal item count. So portal item count is the portal item count for all of your portals. There is no substitution, so there's nothing in the list, and then if we run that, we'll see that we get a list of both of our portals, the previous item count and the current item count. And that's about it for creating a custom report. Thanks for watching.